Well, the Western Conference Final has shifted back to Edmonton, and the Oilers can say mission accomplished after forcing a split, winning game one, dropping game two, of course, but ultimately coming back home, having sort of stolen home ice advantage away from the champions of the West. Adam Henrique is finally healthy and ready to come back into the lineup. Don't often see lineup changes from Knobloch after a win, so having lost that game too, we will see the veteran trade deadline acquisition come into the lineup. Ryan McLeod will be the one taking a seat in his stead, and this can't have been an easy decision for the coaching staff to make in terms of who comes out of the lineup. Connor Brown, do you take out Matthias Janmark? Definitely not for my money. But there was, some players that were on the fringe, and these decisions, Sam Carrick would be another one. Decisions are harder now than they have been in years past, and we've talked for so long about how they need some internal roster competition so that they can draw the best out of these guys. We weren't seeing the best out of Ryan McLeod. He's been pointless in 14 playoff games thus far, so instead we'll see Adam Henrique and his wily veteran presence come into the lineup for the first time since Game 2 against Vancouver. And to me, that should mean a bit of a boost at center in terms of the face-off dot, in terms of having someone a little bit more in tune to play against Dallas's veterans like Pavelski and Sagan and Ben and the like. McLeod not getting it done, not hard enough to play against, and you made one big move at the trade deadline if you're this front office. And that was to bring Adam Henrique in for this playoff run, so you better get him in the lineup. And this is one way how. Now, in game one, I really thought that we saw the best of Stuart Skinner and really the team in front of him kind of keeping opportunities to a minimum. And then in game two, the first shot goes right past him once again, and you start to worry we're not going down this path once more, are we? Well, we weren't, and the hatches were battened down, as I like to say, for the rest of that game, although a 3-1 loss in the end. Bit of a miscommunication, you might say, with the empty net goal. But overall, Skinner playing much, much better, so he draws the start once more. And again, he is a critical part of this Oilers penalty kill, which has now knocked off 20 straight opportunities for the opponent. This is momentum swinging in Edmonton's direction when it's supposed to be going the other way in these situations. So a huge tip of the cap to Mark Stewart, the assistant coach on Edmonton's staff, who is responsible for handling the penalty kill, but also, of course, to the likes of Derek Ryan, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Vinny Desharnais. I mean, the list goes on of players that have really embraced the penalty killing role and been a huge part of its success, which is in turn at least giving opportunities for Edmonton to win these games. It's another series we're seeing the margins just so narrow. And to me, you're going to find your separation on special teams. The penalty kill, as I just mentioned, is taking care of their part of that and much, much more. Now, can the power play get some opportunities to go to work? Because when it does, we all know how big an influence that is on a game or a series or ultimately a long playoff run. Let's see how much inspiration they can draw from the home crowd as the puck hits the ice just after 6:30 tonight on 6:30 CHED.